And ABC's Patrick Reevell joins me now from Tel Aviv, Israel, for more on this. Patrick, you spoke to families of hostages marching through Israel. They're demanding Hamas release their loved ones. What are they telling you?
Hi, Dan. Yeah, we were in Tel Aviv as they set off on this march to Jerusalem, and they're marching to try and get to the office of Prime Minister Netanyahu, where they're demanding basically that the Israeli government do more quicker to get their loved ones out. Most of them have had no news of their loved ones since they were taken by Hamas on October 7th. We met with one mother there of a 21-year-old hostage who she has had no news whatsoever of him since he was taken. Her name was Sheli Shem Tov. And she told, I asked her, you know, does she want a deal? Does she believe the Israeli government should negotiate to get them out? Take a listen to what she told us.
And you think that should be through a deal, through negotiations? Is that the preferred?
I don't know. I don't care. You know, I don't care. I care about my son.
Yeah, you hear just the raw emotion there from Shelley, and you could hear she just wants her son back, and that's a message we hear from a lot of the hostages. But there is some signs there may be progress in these talks, and many of them are now really just praying that there will be a deal and praying that the Israeli government will agree to a deal.
Patrick, fighting seems to be focused on northern Gaza, but a senior U.S. administration official says they believe the majority of the hostages may be in southern Gaza. So what's the latest on efforts to find them or negotiations for their release?
Yeah, I mean, I think since the beginning, since they were taken, there was a belief that it was likely that many of the hostages would have been taken into southern Gaza. We know that the Israeli ground operation has obviously targeted northern Gaza. They've encircled Gaza City, and that's where the very heavy fighting is and where Hamas knew that the likely ground invasion would happen. And so it made sense from the beginning that they would try and move most of the hostages south. There are tunnels all over Gaza, and of course that does make it more difficult for Israel to try and get them back. They could try and launch commando raids into southern Gaza, but that's very risky. So I think many people believe that the best chance of getting these hostages out is through a deal. I mean, there has been some signs that there is progress in these talks that are being mediated by Qatar between Israel and Hamas to try and reach a deal that would see a large number of hostages released in exchange for a temporary ceasefire, likely just a few days. There was a number that was floating around today saying that a proposal has been 50 hostages for 3 days, excuse me, of ceasefire. But we heard from one of our sources, one of our Israeli political sources has told us that's too few hostages. For now, those talks are still ongoing. There are signs of progress, but until it's done, the deal isn't done, you know?
All right, that's right. It's not done until it's done. Patrick Reevell in Tel Aviv. Patrick, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.